The former Conservative peer, Lord Malcolm Offord, has defected to Reform. Nigel Farage made the announcement during a rally in Falkirk. Speaking at the event, Mr Farage also claimed uncontrolled migration was changing Scottish cities, he said, almost beyond recognition.
The social attitude survey shows that Scots are equally concerned as people in England, in Wales, in Northern Ireland, about the integrity of their communities. And that doesn't for one moment mean we don't welcome people coming in and bringing some diversity. But when I saw that figure earlier this week, that 1 in 3 school kids in Glasgow does not speak English as a first language, you can see what the SNP are doing to the city of Glasgow. Yes. And frankly, who voted for this? Nobody. Who voted for the wholesale change of the population of Glasgow and other parts of Scotland?
Lord Malcolm Offord told those gathered why he was defecting from the Conservatives to Reform and that he intends to stand for election to the Scottish Parliament next spring. He said his reason for doing so was to put, he said, country before party, because he says he's concerned for Scottish politics.
The Scottish Conservative Party, by their own admission, are unelectable, and Scotland needs a centre-right alternative in Holyrood next year. Reform is the only party with a restoration narrative to make Scotland wealthy and healthy again, and I must play my part. Therefore, not to make amends, but more as a point of principle, I must now give up my place in the House of Lords, resign from the front bench, and return my peerage whence it came. This will allow me to campaign for reform in the Holyrood election, as good old Malcolm Offord.
Let's bring in our political correspondent, Mari Aurora, now. Afternoon to you, Mari. Not only is Lord Offord defecting and relinquishing his seat in the House of Lords to run for Holyrood, he's also been a donor to the Tories too.
Yeah, absolutely. Lord Offord has been wedded to the Conservative Party, as it were, for many years. As you say, he's a Tory peer, he's a Tory donor, and he's been quite senior in the Conservative Party, not just in the Scottish Party, but also in the UK government. For instance, he used to be a business minister until right up until the end, before the Conservative Party lost the election. He was also a Scottish minister as well in the Scotland office, so he does have government experience as well as being in the House of Lords. And this is difficult because, actually, if you look at this defection, is it a bombshell? Well, no, it's not a bombshell. However, it is part of that kind of drip motion of different figures in the Conservative Party leaving to Reform. I mean, he said when he was on stage there that he hadn't briefed or warned the Conservative Party beforehand because he didn't want it to leak, and therefore this would have come as a surprise to the Conservatives. We haven't heard from the Scottish Tories as of yet, but we have heard from Scottish Labour. The Deputy Leader, Jackie Bailey, of Scottish Labour, said this defection proves what we already know. Reform aren't even Tories in disguise anymore. They are just Tories. And really, Labour are trying to argue that there's really no difference between Tories and Reform, and therefore they are the true alternative here. The difficulty is Lord Offord was saying directly to Kemi Badenoch on that stage, it's not personal, as you say, it's about putting a country before party. And also, he talked about Russell Finlay, who is the leader of the Scottish Tories, and how actually he had nothing against him, but he felt that change needed to come in Scotland. So is this a bombshell? No. However, is it an indication of things perhaps to come in Scotland in certain areas, especially around Glasgow? That is an area that Reform really are targeting very, very heavily.